Hello and welcome. There is nothing wrong with your monitor. This is Mutiny Motorsport and we are live. How are we doing, everyone? Let's get into this, shall we? Here's the calendar for season 11. If you have not watched the first two races, do not worry. We will recap you all in just a moment. We have been to Long Beach. We have been to the Rio 100, and we're now here, round 3, the Indianapolis 250 qualifying session. All the drivers are in practice as we speak. Let's go have a look at our track map and see some of the history of this beautiful track. The Mutiny has been here twice before. Once with Jeff as champion, as driver winner in season 6, and another time on the Triple Crown where TTR took the top spot. Drivers today will have one outlap, one warm-up lap, 4 timed laps over the 2.5 mile circuit, and the lap record, this is the race lap record, not the qualifying lap record, is Shattered Compass with a 38.56 in that season 6. Quick times expected today. We might see that time absolutely shattered, to ignore the pun. Let's go have a look at those prior races to see what we're in store for over the next 2 weeks. Here we are, season 6, Peter off the line, losing control, and then lap 7, after the safety car came out, they brought out another safety car, TTR and Jay crashing there, and then it was until lap 13 when we got our first racing laps underway in season 6, Indy 250. Lap 35, we saw another safety car as Borch and Max hit and collide. That was not the best moment of the day. Lap 46 was pretty good though, with Peter in that double overtake. And then TTR thinking, I want some of the same of that, and trying the same thing again. Watch him down the middle here. Lap 65, Borch and Jay and Max have a big collision. And lap 71, Borch leads the final restart. The drop TTR down to last place at 77. Look at it, lap 84, the final safety car. Mr. Mouse brings it out, and it was TTR who absolutely took domination from this point onwards and squeezes past Peter for first. You don't often see that. In lap 92, it was Droopy stealing third from Borchardt for the final podium spot. And then he went, I want another one. Thank you very much, Peter, and took second. And that was the Triple Crown, sorry, in season 6. Here we go. It crashed straight off the line, and the catch fencing was used, and then Keyboard Warrior charges into thirds. What a move those sets were. Jeff capitalized on a bunch of mistakes this day. And then Shattered Compass and Jeff really took battle for the whole entire race. Jeff, you can see him there, getting past with 3 laps to go. Up the insides. Holding the inside, Shattered gives him space around the outside. There is a lapped car in front of them. Shattered holding it on around the outside there. And they both have to go wide as Shattered thinks about making the move. And then Tiago, just in front of them, gets past Fabus Prime. And these are the final 2 laps about to come up. The final 2 laps on board with Jeff and Shattered Compass. I don't think there's ever been a Mutiny race with a closer finish than this. Shattered in the lead in the lighter car, and you can see Jeff just holding on behind him right now, tucking into his slipstream. that. What? Shattered Compass holding on with everything he's got. And then Jeff down to the inside, almost up the onto the grass, and takes it around the outside and sends it around the side of Shattered Compass. There we go. Oh my God, what a race ending. And just to bring us back, let's take a commercial break.
Are you suffering from the dread of the track? Our oranges will turn your scurvy dog into a speed demon.
Here we go. We may have just a few more moments until we can get into the stream for real, and we've got one last thing to show you here. We got the recap of how we got to where we are in season 11 right now. Let's go.
Peter there waiting for to cross the line and wait for the green light, and away we go.
And away we go indeed. Peter and TTR, looks like they're side by side, and it was 3 wide in the background there though. How are they going to do the braking zone? TTR takes the inside, Peter just up against the wall.
Peter just holding it around the outside there. Impressive move.
Oh, and there looks like a bit of chaos around the hairpin, the fountain there. Oh, the times you need the braking zone.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, and it looked like Shattered Compass there got caught out from, as we see TTR grabbing into the pits.
Oh no.
He must have tapped a wall.
Is that a scheduled stop? No, put the wrong strategy in.
Oh, that has not worked out in TTR's favour. Wrong strategy and some damage.
Probably where NDF's going to make a move here. He's got that long run down this start-finish straight.
Oh, and he's going to the outside of T1, and he's already got there before the braking zone. Oh, as Garrett goes into the pit, as TTR is 7th, NDF 8th, Nate Delta's 9th, Shattered Compass in 10th.
Drizzle. That's some rain.
And that is not just some rain. They may just be seeing it, but the weather forecast has changed. There is a thunderstorm in the area, and we're going to see how hard it hits this track. Air temperature has dropped half. It is now 10 Celsius out there. Track temperature has dropped 5 or 6 degrees down to 41, so it's cooling rapidly. Garrett is leading. It was Orange had the automatic driver take over in the pit stop. That's what happened. It wasn't the tyres. We couldn't hear him quite so well. And that's TTR without a nose cone. And then Leclerc with damage as well, saying he just tapped the wall enough to damage the suspension. Garrett, the first one out there, exploring really. In the leads. Braking hard into T1. Understeer. No!
Just past the wall.
Fastest drivers, 124, 125. It's Arsmoon and Peter. Oh, as Orange hits the wall, same as Garrett. No! Fate that Garrett has just dropping down his debug now. What a drive this has been.
Garrett's got some real pace in this weather.
Yeah, he has. And Leclerc, I think, just gives up the position.
Debug there wanting to go and try and hunt down Garrett. As we know from previous seasons, he's had a bit of a rivalry between the two.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they'll be bringing that into the start of this season.
Garrett makes one more mistake. Debug is there to pounce. As he crosses the line, race winner, it is ThePytr. Fantastic drive. Not very far between the two of them. Garrett takes third, Debug fourth. That was close. Here we go, they're off. They start their lap. And TTR off into the lead. Oh, but he's going wide. right towards the barrier. Is there any damage there? Yeah, I think he started from 4th, if I remember you. Oh, and there's someone else in the wall. That looks like Shattered Compass. Jumps into the slipstream as we get NDF right beside Rodders. So this is for the leads. They are not shy on these opening laps, are they? Lap 5. It was pretty much neck and neck. It's going to be the braking zone. Who feels braver?
No, they've pulled quite a gap as well. Almost 2.5, 3 seconds there.
Just squeezes NDF as cautiously as he can. And NDF not holding back, even brave, going into T4 around the outside. Oh. We go to lap 14. It's Rodders with NDF just behind him, P3 of the second, and then TyPyr's just starting to close the gap.
I wonder if they're all... maybe there's some that are dropping to lower fuel maps to maybe save some fuel or...
And that,
I think that was Artie.
Yeah, I got booted.
Arrow, and right now, just outside of the podium. He is being hassled there. Oh, and that was close.
Ooh.
By Leclerc as he chops
Closes
in
the
front of
door.
him.
Yeah. Wow.
At least a double pit stop so early on because of those wet tyres. But this is heating up here. B4, it is Leclerc, Arsmoon. Leclerc seems to have it. Down in, he doesn't even need T1, he just needs the straight 1-0 point. Oh, he's going down the inside into T4. Can he make it stick on the exit though?
He's ahead. He definitely could tell that he was ahead with the braking, and that's why he took that inside line and really pushed him out a little bit with that late braking, in which he's doing exactly again here and trying to help get ahead and take advantage of that.
Oh, Viltec, no! Go. It's a four-course yellow. It's a safety car. You can see the BMW pulling out to this order, which is TTR, Rodders, NDF, Arsmoon, John, Debug, Orange, Leclerc, Garrett, Shattered, Artie, and Viltec. Let's see. And let's take a look at the drivers' standings. Arsmoon on top, TTR second, Peter third, Debug fourth, Garrett fifth, and that, if you just happen to see, will be the qualifying order for today. And here we have the team standings. Look, top 3 teams really close. There's a bit of a gap then, and some of the back markers. Please hold on. We will be in qualifying very, very soon. Here's an advert.
Grip of the Kraken. Don't be a landlubber.
Hello! We are here. We made it. In front of us right now, we can see the end of practice. We were hoping to catch the final moments of practice, but we did not. There is a car going around on track though. Let's see if we can join that car. While we're looking at this, let's actually take a look at the qualifying order for today. We can just see here, we have Kamsam, he's going out first. Old Boy will be second. Ricardo, Viltec, RT94, Nate Delta, Shattered Compass, John D, Orange in ninth. So this is reverse championship order. And then we have 10th, Leclerc. Rodders will go 11th. Garrett O'Brien in 12th. NDF 13th. Debug 14th. Peter will go 15th. He's third in the championship, followed by TTAR. And then last but not least is our championship leader, Arsmoon, who's looking forward to this session. He's got a good chance in this championship now with his leads. Let's go back and see what's happening in the practice session. Let's see if anyone's doing anything here. Oh, practice is over. Let's go join them. Let's have a look here then. Who was fastest in practice? Well, TTAR and Shattered Compass are fastest in practice. Tied exactly. TTR setting that lap just before Shattered Compass. Peter in third place there, or I really should say seconds. 0.28 off the pace. Comes some in fourth. Viltec there, what a lap that is. 1.1 seconds back though. Ahead of Garrett and ahead of Nate. That is really close. Look at that. 0.02 of a second. And then we have in 8th place there in warm-up this morning is Orange Boy. 1.3 off the pace. Getting used to the car setup. Seeing if he wants to take TTR's setup or if he's going his own way. And then we've got Artie there, 9th place. We saw the damage he could do and the damage that got done to him in Harapagua. 1.6 off the pace. And then we got Old Boy, 2.4 seconds at the back there. And then Ardwick, last place in 11th. Not all the drivers have joined us so far. And then we've got to do a special shout out there to our race director. It's Andrew P. holding up the line and giving everyone their directions. We're just waiting for our second commentator to join us in the box here. Let's listen to this funky music. Does this remind you of the old IndyCar days? Because this is what we're going for here. This is the 2000s. We're in the kart cars. We're so excited to have you with us. So what we're looking for today, we're looking for the drivers to go out. They're going to be doing an out lap, a warm-up lap, 4 timed laps, and then the fastest at the average speed is going to be counting. I'm just going to do a quick advert as we jump in for qualifying here. Let's get away with this.
Clarity, precision, vision. Blackbeard's eyewear. See the gold.
They're qualifying underway. And the first driver we're going to have out. Oh, sorry about that, guys. The first driver we're going to have out onto the track. Do you remember? I'm trying to remember. It's going to become some guys. Remember how quick he was just a moment ago. Let's see if I can get on board with him right now. We are good to go. Let's go on board with Kumsum. So live scenes. As he leaves the pit lane. Orange still waiting in the pit lane. And it's Kumsum leading out onto the track right now. Let's get this going. Yeah. Oh, I can just hear you now. Thank you. Thank you for coming and saving me there. Keep it going. I just got something to sort out. That was a very promising run. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the audio for our commentator who's done an amazing job so far, but you've not been able to hear him. Let me see if I can grab his audio here. Can you talk again, my friends?
We've got Old Boy on his way out. Do you want me to like leave and rejoin, or is there anything I can do?
Speak again, my friend.
Keeping on talking.
I think we're in.
Okay. We're here. And here we go. We're on board here with Old Boy, or ABC, in the Penske car. Number 2, really iconic Marlboro livery here.
Yeah, we're on. We are live. Sorry about that. We're on board with the Penske car. Let me go to him. Sorry, guys.
Some teething issues. This is our first time, but we're having a good time anyway. Oh, he's finishing up here his warm-up lap. It's going to be green here as he comes by. Big lift into turn one, pretty high. You want to see it much closer to that white line. Looks like he gathers it back together. Snap for two. That car does not look stable. We heard him complaining during qualifying. He said doesn't quite understand these oval things. A little more of a European driver, used to the circuit racing. Speed is not very high here.
No, he's not at the apexes either. He's coming down. What's his first lap going to be? 39.2.
So that's about a half a second slower than we saw from Kumsum on his first lap. Let's see what that is in miles per hour. Oh, and a big spin!
Oh! And he's off. He is off. That is not what you want to see.
That's a huge shunt.
Yeah, that is an absolutely monstrous shunt there. Oh. So. Oh. I'm excited to see this qualifying order when it gets up and running. Let's get ready for Ricardo here, who's going to join the next bunch of people and see if he can, let's see if he can get these 4 laps underway and finished. Oh, who's this?
A little bit of miscommunication here, just trying to figure out who's going next. I believe we should have Ricardo.
Should have Ricardo, but it looks like...
Oh, you got him going now. Yeah, he's on the warm-up lane.
Is this Ricardo? Are we confirmed?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see what happens here.
That beautiful Texaco Kmart livery. A few brands that I think have been a bit lost to the past at this point in time, but it's nice to see them represented here.
As he crosses the line, what's his speeds? That is quick. 248.
Really winding it up there on the outlap. Wants to get some heat in those tires. So, tipping quite some speed there into the corner, 400 kilometers an hour, if you're looking at it in that way. Little high coming out of 4, but here he comes to start his laps. Really fast into turn 1.
Yeah, he's holding.
Really nice lines too, kind of keeping it in close to the white. See him run out from the wall there. That's actually due to the stagger in the tires. So these cars are set up to turn left. So you'll see a lot of drivers when they come off the corner, they're not going to keep it straight. They're actually going to run to the inside of the track a little bit. Oh, really close to the wall.
Whoa. See what he's going to do for that first. Yeah. Is that a 38.5 I saw?
233. That's pretty quick.
Let me try and get this box in the bottom sorted for everyone.
I've got to do a big lift there through 3, dropping all the way down into 5th gear. Kind of gathers it up. I think this is going to be slower, though. Those last 2 corners were not great. He's trying to recover it here. He's got to bring it back. we get the time here.
Oh! It was looking so promising. Oh, no. Those were 2 quick times.
Pieces flying everywhere.
Yeah. I don't even know if we have a time on the board. Do we have 1 time on the board so far?
No times on the board.
Oh, there's no times on the boards. So these guys will be starting in their championship order, which is in the running, in the opposite of the way they're running. So Kumsam will be at the back at the moment, as it looks like. Whoa. Okay, let's get everything ready for Viltech, who's going to be coming out right now.
You know, we expected this to be difficult. I mean, IndyCar, it's notoriously difficult to qualify. But, yeah, so far no successful runs. I think Kumsam was the closest, but unfortunately, yeah, if you crash out, it reverts to championship order. So he will be, so far, starting last.
Here we go. Coming out of the pit lane. Out onto the track, just getting himself accustomed. He's seeing where other people have failed right now. So maybe thinking, oh, do I want to be cautious during this lap? Do I want to just get the car home and get myself on? Or do I want to go all out and see if I can challenge for a pole? Get a point.
Yeah, and you'll see this also in real life as drivers start to have trouble. You might see people adding some downforce. You might say, hey, let's go a little bit more conservative here. Maybe we don't need to trim it out, because you have to remember this is a 100-lap race. Like, qualifying matters, might get you out of a little bit of trouble, but this is a very long race, and you know, we're only going to maybe have 15, maybe 20 drivers here, so your ability to make places up in the race is going to be very high.
This is true. This is very true. And we have seen in the warm-up here how it can all go wrong in the first lap anyway, and how it can be a little bit challenging. There we go.
Beautiful Miller Lite livery. Coming through the final 2 corners. Coming down the back stretch. I have my speedo in kilometers an hour. I want to be seeing people getting over 400 on the entry. 405 I see. That's pretty quick.
Yeah, that is pretty quick. In miles an hour, we are looking at 240-ish. Go 241,
That's what you want to see.
250 as he crosses the line. 38.4.
That's a good warm-up speed. Now he has to see if he can keep this together for 4 more laps.
Looks like he's up on his delta by 0.2.
Yeah, solid 234.2 on that first lap. Just keeping it inside the wall there.
Yeah, not looking at risking anything. Viltech setting a new fastest lap. Right up against the wall. Coming not quite down to the white line though. Staying away from the white line, staying away from the walls.
Ooh, and a 237.2 on that prior lap. He is flying.
That is a quick lap. Apex speed there. 225, round turn 3. It's climbing as he gets 6 turns 4 as he comes down the main straight now. What's this lap going to be? It's looking quick again. Oh, he's down 0.2. 38.1. Maybe some caution being thrown there. Remember, this is the average.
Might have felt something on that last lap, just backed out a little bit.
And if you're with us watching live, or if you're with us watching after the fact, thank you so much.
think he's lightened up a little bit here on this lap, so I'm curious to see what this time is. As he finishes his run.
38-0.
Our first successful driver.
Congratulations.
Solid lap there.
Yeah, at the moment, Viltec in top spots. Let's see what the average is on screen there. As he pulls off to the sides, they're not... They don't have to finish their in-lap. And teleports back to the pits.
Really exceptional drive there. I mean, he saw the prior, 3 drivers go out and all put it in the wall, but honestly, like really quick times as well. So
absolutely.
Guessing it's going to be an average somewhere around 233, 234. We'll see when it comes up here on screen.
Yeah. Yeah, that second to last one, just a tiny fraction slower there. Let's hold on and wait. We've got the next driver coming out already. This might be RT94.
Along.
Yeah. That is RT94. This comes out into the track. This is going to be a great opportunity for RT. Was running up in like the second group in Harapagua, the other oval, the only other oval we've done this season. So let's see what he's doing here. Comes over the line to finish his out lap. He's getting himself up to speeds.
I'm just going to step away for a minute or two, folks, so you're in good hands with Alex here.
Let's go. Saadi on his warm-up lap. What's he thinking here? What's he thinking? He's getting up to speed. He wants his tires to be up to temperature. Really just the right-hand tires. You want them up. You want them to be in like 70 plus Celsius. As he's coming around here, turn 4 to start his first lap, right in the middle of the track here. Down we go. What's his speed as he crosses the line? 247 miles an hour. Enters turn 1. Is right in the middle of the track, so there's not as much grip out there as you would expect. Feeds the line out gently and much tighter in for turn 2 there on lap 1. He is much faster than his warm-up lap, and we're expecting that. Might be a little cautious, though, as he enters turn 3. Apex speed, 220, 219. Right up against the wall and into turn 4. Here he is. Comes across the line as he comes down the straight. Car looks like he's grabbing, so he might have the weight jacker on. First lap, 38.9. He's got to hold on to do 3 more of these timed laps. Right. What's going to be his first sector? 0.3 faster, so he's picking up the pace. Feels like he slowed down, so may have had a moment. 2:08 in that turn 3 there on his second lap. Still is faster. Oh, right up against the wall, coming into the middle of the track. Maybe a little bit of oversteer on the exit there. What's his second time? 39.4. He's down in his first sector. So this one maybe not as quick. He's coming into turn 3. Cautiously down the middle. 220 though. That was much faster than his last turn 3. He's up. Almost a 10th. Final corner as he ends this lap. What's it going to be over the line? 38.6. get those times up so you can all see them there. We had a 38.9, a 39.0, a 38.6. The time's a little bit all over the place. A bit more cautious on the second lap. Moving into the third lap, though, he was quick. Let's see as he comes around the final corner in his last lap. It looks like he's going to get a time here. Across the line, 39.1.
Really exceptional times here.
Yeah.
Especially as you had said, for a driver who really has basically no experience on ovals, he's really putting it together well here.
Yeah. And there he is coming in. Look at this, braking nice and early. Had time there. Let's just go quickly to a commercial break.
Lost at sea or on the track? Kraken's compass. Chart your course to victory, ye scallywag.
So we're going to see one of the pole favorites right now, Shattered Compass, coming out onto the track. Oh, no, it's Nate Delta, sorry. Let's get him up on screen here for you guys.
And yeah, as you were saying, his teammate Shattered looked really quick, so... Or sorry, his teammate Peter looked very quick, so we have to see what they have here in these players' cars.
What are you feeling? Nate's solid driver. Got some oval experience with the Mutiny. Pretty handy himself. Coming around T3 here. Expecting some quick laps. Across the line, 39.6. This is a great start. Right up towards the edge. You can see some of that experience coming out down towards the apron. Let's see, exits turn 4, Nate Delta across the line, 38.6 again, I believe. These are really solid laps here. You can see the heavy cloud is coming in.
Really seeing some improvements here as we continue to move up the grid.
Yeah. Somewhat to be expected, though. Some of the drivers that we've had already on track, we might have expected to make more of an impression. Especially come some known to be ferociously quick. We're on board with Nate. He's 1/10 up. There's another solid effort. Down towards the white line here. Out. He's another 10th up as he's entering turn 4. Right up against the wall. That's about as close as you want to go. Just about a foot away. 38.2, so he's pumping up the times. He's feeling a little bit more confident as he's down into turn 1. Run! What a lovely line. Again, right up to the wall. Coming down again, apex speed in turn 2, 226. This is getting faster.
Yeah, he's improved about 1 mile an hour on each of his laps, so I'm expecting a huge time here. Just
He's
peaking
sending
253 into turn 3 there.
It's hotting up here as he exits turn 4. What's it going to be? I don't think he was as fast as he could have been out of turn 4. Didn't use all the track. He's coming down towards the line. 38.3. Wow. So just a smidge slower, I think, than the lap just before.
Really exceptional speed there.
Okay, so let's just take a small moment here and see what everything is looking like. We're just going to get the last lap type on the board, but we're going to hold the drivers for now. We got the average there for Nate, 234.25. So I think that's going to put him in second place.
Yeah, I believe right behind Viltec, still with a 235.7 if my my records are correct here.
Okay, yeah, so we're going to load up the page right now. We have not got Nate's time on this just yet. We are working on that. We are checking, but we're going to slot him in just behind Viltec, I think. Ahead of RT, ahead of Ardewick, and then you've got Ardewick, Old Boy, and Kumsum, who have crashed. So we're just going to give the guys just a couple of seconds here, just so we can catch our breath, really. Coming up, we have Shattered Compass. We're going to be expecting a lot. We're going to be expecting Shattered really to see if he can get it on pole. So this is one of the first top big guys who we're really expecting. He is really looking forward to this session. Absolutely frothing at the bit for it. Okay, let's get everything ready for Shattered Compass to come out. Thank you for holding with us, guys, if you're with us.
So really just kind of to recap, we had the first 3 drivers crash. I mean, Kumsum, who came out first, really had an impressive almost 4 laps going. I think he crashed in turn 3 or turn 4 just to see who's coming to finish his time. ABC only making it about 1 lap. Arterick only making it about 1 lap. But then Viltec putting out a solid 235.7, followed by Nate Delta at 234.2, Artie at 231.0.
There's some impressive times from these guys. Once you get the laps on the board, actually, once you can hold it, and that's always going to be the challenge here. And I think we're going to be ready to send out Shattered Compass. Let's do 5 more drivers before we get another grid screen up. So we're going to see Shattered, we're going to see John, we're going to get to see Orange out on track, and Leclerc. And let's move across and let's go and see Shattered Compass.
And as we were saying, in practice, this driver and TeeTar are tied with the quickest time. Granted, that was over 1 lap. Now, 4 laps is very different. And that also, there could have been some tow involved there. We don't know. We weren't monitoring that closely if drivers had any draft or tow as they were going around the track.
Yeah. And these are solo qualifying laps. As you can see, there's no one else out on the track map in the top right-hand side. It's just Shattered Compass, his own brain, his own car, his own setup, and his own confidence, and how far he wants to push that.
Just an update, we're getting some updates from our timing and scoring that the results you're seeing may not be fully accurate, so stay tuned. We may be revising the order here.
Warm-up lap done, or the out lap done, sorry, onto his warm-up lap. Already carrying some good speeds, getting those tires up to temperature, not taking it too close to the inside, coming out wide. Top speed, 244, 245, 250. That's pretty quick. 251, I saw just glimpse upon the screen there.
Bit of an interesting gear strategy there. You saw him blip up into 6th right as he entered the turn. Usually you'll see drivers kind of hold that right up to the red line, since when you turn in, you're going to have those revs start to drop. But see if he adjusts that. Now holds it in 6th, drops down to 5th again.
Yeah, it's good apex speed though. He's feeling confident. He's right by the line. He is pushing 3/10 up on his warm-up lap. Let's see what his speed is again. 5th. He's going up to 6th. 153 I counted. He has got gears for days. Up half a second so far as he comes down the straight. 37.7.
Oh! A huge time there from Shattered.
Yeah, he is hauling.
I have to see what he's capable of here on the second lap. Again, 251, 252, 253, 254 I see going into turn 3.
Yeah. Up another 2/10, so this is going to be faster if he can hold it together. Oh, he's touched the wall. Is that going to cost him any damage? Or is he going to get away with that? We don't have his damage up on screen. He set a new fastest lap so far, 37.6.
That car looks really composed. That last lap was a 239.362.
Maybe no damage then, or if it is, it's small enough. Slightly away from the apex there in turn 3, though. He's down, but not by much. He has hit peak velocity, VMAX.
Coming to the line on lap 3.
Wow, that was so close. Just 0.08 of a second off his fastest lap, so his consistency is there.
And I'm really just admiring his lines here. I mean, look at how close he gets down. Not that one. I think I jinxed him. Up really high.
Oh, I mean, his time's matching his best sector, so this is... Oh, he is on the ragged edge as he comes round turn 4 for his final lap. Across the line. Oh, he's lost a tiny bit. Well done. As he slowly brings the car back down.
That was an exceptional set of laps there.
Yeah,
I'm getting
what we're looking for.
238.6 average. That will shoot him up to the top. No questions asked.
Okay, let's give ourselves just a second to appreciate how good that was. Wow. Okay, let's switch over now. Once race director wants to go to John, he is ready to. Wow, that was something. That was something,
really
guys.
Just impressive to see just how I mean, the times were quick, but they were also consistent. I mean, looking back over his laps, 238, 239, 238, a little bit of a drop off there, 237.4, but average of 238.6. That is going to be hard to touch, folks.
So we now see John coming out onto the track here. So the question is, who can beat that lap from those laps from Shattered Compass? I think that's going to be the big question today. I think he was pushing the limits of everything.
All right, folks, I'm going to leave you with Alex here. I've got to go get ready for my set of laps. So,
and here we go. So here we go. John starts his warm-up lap.
Hello, TytR.
Hello. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. How are your laps out there?
Felt okay. Not the cleanest. I missed a couple of apexes. I think I brushed the wall once, just a little left tap.
Yes, you did.
No damage, luckily. And got away with it. I don't know. How was my time? Was it a good average
It was
speed?
fast.
Okay.
You are
Okay.
leading by a country mile so far as we're going on board with John as he's starting his timed laps now. 2:47 as he crosses the start-finish line, down to 2:18 in turn 1. Building up the speed for turn 3. He's up on his warm-up lap so far by 3/10. .216 apex of turn 3. He's up again. He's up still 3/10.
It's a nice view you got here.
And there we go, a 39.2. What's that average speed going to be? As he's coming much faster now through turn 1. He's got the confidence. That's a 2:29.5. So far, that is the slowest of the laps that we've got on, I think. But that does not matter right now. It's the average over 4. Comes around turn 4.
Right up
What's
to
he
the
looking
wall.
like? Yeah, right up to the wall. 39.1. Again, I think there's some cautiousness being played here.
I think something might be slightly different from practice because these apexes were a little harder to find.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I missed a couple. John's pretty close to the white line.
Yeah, he's nowhere near. He is improving. Another 10th up on this one. So we may see him climb up into the 230 mile an hour club as he crosses the line. 38.7. It's going to be close. Oh, was that a dab of brakes? I didn't see. 232.5. That's a good time now. We're starting to creep up, but his average will be slightly lower than that, don't forget. As he comes out of turn 4, what's it looking like? 241, 242 is top speed, 246. Let's off the throttle. It wasn't as fast. Was that a 38.7 I saw pop up on screen? Brings it over to
clean.
the infield. It was clean. That may be all that matters.
I think 4 clean laps could put you, solidly in the middle of the pack for the start.
Yeah. At the moment, what's it looking like? He's looking like he might be in the top 6 so far. Average 231.03. Whoa. So we're going to go on board with orange. Let's just hold on while we switch camera. And get orange up on screen here. Just waiting for him. He can take his time. There is no rush to get out the pits immediately. Race director taking his time, and there you can see just in the bottom. I will adjust these. Sorry for the slight off-centeredness of them all. There we go. We can see John confirmed there, 231.0. Taking his time just to get out the pit lane. Remember, he had to go in, set himself up, ran down from the commentary box.
Just gotta leg it, jump in the car and go.
Yeah, got to get the keys. Where are the keys? Looks like he's loaded up with 49 litres of fuel so far. That may change. As he comes out, spins up the wheels. Is he sure? Is he sure this is the setup he wants? As soon as he leaves the pits, that is it. He's looking ready. He's coming down. So conditions out there. Now we're into the overcasts. The bright sunshine is gone and the overcast is here. Track temperature has dropped quite a bit, making it trickier for these cars.
Yeah, you want to have your tires right up to temperature by the time you're leaving the last corner on the warm-up lap, if not sooner. So that could delay your tire temperature up a little bit.
Could indeed. Could indeed. Taking it nice and cautiously on third gear. Out onto the straight. Just got to hold it together. Orange's time, best time earlier in practice, was a 38.5. As the leaderboard is reset and we are waiting for him to finish his outlap. Very gentle weaving. That's a bit brave, isn't it?
These cars are on edge so much that, yeah, even a little bit of weave is a risk that not everyone's taking. He must be feeling confident, though.
Yeah, he must be. Here we go. So, still pretty cautious, I would say.
Getting right down to the white line, but I saw him leaving some gap to the wall earlier, and there it is again. I think he's maybe thinking of it more as, a 4-lap long race and not a 1-lap time trial.
This is it. 221 apex speed, 219 at the lowest point. Down the back straight here, it's almost 250 miles an hour. Nice apex line. Half a second up, so he is definitely starting to move now. Right up to the white line again. Leaving the wall with plenty of room to spare, though. This will be lap 1. 38.8. It's not the fastest we've seen, but he's still going. He's up 2/10. So he's just keeping those tires and getting them up to speed. It might be one that gets faster and faster, like we saw with Orange. Like we saw with Shattered, sorry. Up half a second. That was a tidy lap.
Orange seems to be finding the apexes a little bit better than the drivers before him, too. So
Yeah, there's a lot of experience here with Orange. He has almost won. He has almost won a few times now, but his closest one was an oval against Jeff, which is not the easiest thing to do. But is a big fan of Indy. Goes every year. Knows the track inside and out. As he crosses the line, it's a 38.2. That's a nice line through turn 1. You've got to appreciate his tight apexes. He is close. I think he's hit his VMAX. He is almost an identical sector there coming out of turn 2. As he comes out of turn 4, what's he looking like? It's a 38.3. And that will be the run. So we're looking well into the 230 club for his times here.
welcome, Orange.
Yeah, that is a great lap. Average there, 233.9. That is pretty high. That is
Yeah,
pretty
just
high.
shy of 234.
Yeah.
Who else is ahead of him?
I think we got... Who else is ahead of him?
You
As
said
far
mine
as
was a 238.
Yeah.
And I don't know how other people
I
are.
think he's just going to be ahead of Nate. Oh, maybe just behind Nate. So he might be in like third position, we've got to say. It's going to be a little while until we can get the times up.
Get the
for
official
everyone.
ruling on it.
Yeah. And let's go over and jump on board with Leclerc. He comes out of the pit lane. So there are some times to beat. So nice and cautious. Wow, that is actually pretty slow for an outlap there. So
He's going to be struggling to get that temperature into his tires.
yeah, going that slow it will be.
I don't see overheating the tires as a problem on just 4 laps at the moment. So got to push a little harder.
As he starts the warm-up lap now. So you're really looking to try and carry some speed and some energy, but again, taking it really cautious. Maybe just thinking, wow, this is quite cautious. Maybe just thinking I want to get to the end. I'd rather set a time and be, ahead of all the guys at the back there. Just get myself on the grid.
Yeah, on top of the couple of crashes we had, we'll have some people who weren't able to make qualifying but want to come for the race. They'll be starting behind anyone that gets 4 clean laps in as well.
That is right. That is right. So here we go, coming out of turn 4 as he comes across the line here. What's his top speed? 240 as he crosses the line. It's quite a bit down on some of the faster chaps. 200 apex speed for turn 1.
Yeah, that looks like a big lift.
Yeah, that was a pretty hefty lift. But he's much faster than his warm-up lap, which is good. He is actually giving it some beans now.
I think he might be trying to feel out the track, feel out the grip a little bit, get used to what he's got underneath him, and then maybe ramp up for the last 2 or 3 laps. We'll see.
Yeah, hopefully bring that average up. But just being averages, you know what it's like. If your first one's so much slower, it's going to be so much harder to bring that average up. Goes across the line, that's a 47. Hitting in the mid 240 miles an hour. That is a huge lift into turn 1, but gets the apex done nicely. What's he looking like on this lap? Comes out. Turn 4, 220 something apex speeds. Across the line, 39.7, so he's picking up the pace. He might have to pick it up a lot quicker than this, though. And he's down, but we're starting to see him hitting his peak speeds here. Not much change there. 200ths away from his last time, but now he's 2/10ths up, so he has found something out of the exit of turn 3. Right up against the wall and the exit of turn 4. This is a good sign. Lap time's going to be up, we think.
Finding the groove a little bit, looks like.
Yeah, 38.9. Maybe just ramping it up every lap.
Yeah, closer to the wall there on turn in. Very close to the white line there. And turns 1 and 3 don't matter quite as much as 2 and 4, because if you get a good exit off 2 and 4, you have a long straight following it.
That is it. And this is a monstrous lap, half a second up. So it really was just ramping it up. But it's the average speed we're looking for, so it's going to be down 38.3.
That's a good lap. That is, up there with Orange and Ardwick for, a lap time alone. But the average is going to bring him down, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough pill to swallow. Let's just get his speeds up on the screen. We can see there 221, 226, 231, 234. So a really huge improvement. 13 miles an hour, almost 14 miles an hour he's improving over those 4 laps. But was that too little, too late? And the average speed there, 228.2. We're just going to take a small commercial break, and then we'll be back with you for the quali update.
Feeling marooned by fatigue? High-octane rum. Fuel your plunder, power your pole position. For racing performance only, ye scurvy dogs.
So we haven't got everyone up at the moment, but this is what we do have. We have Shattered Compass leading ahead of Viltec, ahead of Nate Delta. So that is a 238 against Viltec's 235 against Nate's 234. So that's what you got to do to get on the front row right now, above a 234. We still got some times updating here as we go through. We got Artie on the leaderboard twice, which isn't quite right.
You managed to drive 2 cars today. That's impressive.
Yeah, that is impressive. Yeah, everyone's just going to take a small break here. So we're just going to leave you with this screen right now, and we'll talk over it. We got the next couple of drivers all coming up. We got Rodders, we got Garrett, and we got NDF coming up.
Yeah, I
the
think
next 3.
Just missing Orange from this quality results page.
Yeah.
So he would be, he set the 234 too, right?
I think so, yeah. I think so. I'm going to go back into the leaderboard pages here. Let's go see. I think it was a 234.2. Yeah.
That might be Nate.
Was that Nate?
I think Nate, and then so Orange, I believe, had the 233.9.
See if there's any update on this page. There is.
Welcome back, Orange.
Hello.
Hello.
You had a good run there.
Yeah, you had a very good run. Very solid. How was the track?
I was
feeling?
It was a lot grippier than I expected. I definitely wasn't touching Shattered's times, but no, it felt really good. Not a lot of wind either, so yeah, just trying to keep it consistent. Definitely a little bit of lifting through the corners. They call it driver flat, a little bit, just a tiny bit off the throttle. Yeah, no, car felt really good actually. So looking forward to the race next week. Looks like we'll probably be lining up on the 3rd row once everything's said and done. So we're happy with that.
How do you feel that tire temperature was for your run? Were you able to get heat in it quickly and easily? Did it overheat at any point?
Definitely not overheating. I think even just as I was, coming to the green on my first lap, the tires were still quite a bit cooler than I would have wanted. It's just, at least for me, it's really tricky to warm them up. You can't really swerve these cars too much side to side, and maybe could have ridden the brakes a little bit more on the way out. But as you know, there's no tire blankets here, so those tires are pretty cold. But by the end of the run, they're really starting to come up to temperature.
Yeah, we were just discussing for Rick's run. He was pretty cautious on that out lap and that warm up lap, so I think that cost him for the first couple of flying laps without having the tire temperature he needed.
Yeah, you guys may have already discussed this, but how were the tires on your lap? I mean, 238.6 is looking pretty untouchable right now. So
tires felt great. I think I was missing a little bit of front grip compared to practice. Tried to fix that with the weight jacker, but there's only so much you can do, and I didn't want to make a mistake overthinking that. So I just drove what I had, and that worked out. I don't know. Can't complain.
Yeah, I think, based on timings from practice, unless something really changes, it seems like the only threats probably to you, Peter, and then TyPytr coming near the end. So got a few more things to sit tight for, but yeah, be watching the timing screens.
Yeah, not counting either of them out, that's for sure.
Hello. I'm guessing we're waiting for the next car. Is the next car going out? Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, waiting. Let's get Rodders set up here behind the scenes to let him know he's coming up.
I think Rodders, he was out on a little bit of a partying last night, so he is still in his bus in the infield.
Is he not going to make it?
He's not going to make it.
Okay. So we're moving up the grid then. Who's the next person in line? I think it's Garrett then. I think it's going to be Garrett. So let me get Garrett up on screen here.
NDF?
NDF? Oh, NDF's after Garrett, I think. Who? Oh.
Okay.
In
I
Drivers'
think
Championship
NDF
order.
first.
Was it
Yeah.
first? Yes, he is. Sorry, I've got my screens the wrong way around here. Let me just go and load up NDF and get him ready on screen here as we go back live to the fields. Just letting the race director know he is ready to send them out whenever he feels like he is able. So just getting a message through from Leclerc actually about his tires that we're going to have to read off to you in just a second. But he is not as happy with his lap maybe as he wanted to be.
Is he eavesdropping?
Yeah.
Does he know what we're saying?
It looks like very similar.
As soon as he jumps out the car, he can switch on the broadcast and follow us along. Yeah, he
Seems
is
like
saying here.
similar complaints, yeah, to me with couldn't get enough heat in his tires for his first two timed laps, RIP. So probably it feels like he left a little bit on the board there, but I will point out he does have a successful qualifying time on the board, which cannot be said for a few of our drivers. So
that is absolutely right. At the moment,
you just missed. I was saying,
go on.
was saying that anyone who joins after qualifying also, anyone that joins would be at the back of the grid. So saying 4 clean laps will do you well for that.
Yeah, we've already got 3 crashes on the board here, I believe. Kumsum, Ardwick, and Old Boy. And they're going to be taking up not quite the last row. They will be ahead of anyone who joins just for the race, as we've said. So there's a buffer there. We're still going to wait here. And we are ready when the race director is. It sounds like he's getting the drivers lined up. Looks like there's 47 litres of fuel in NDF's car, so probably the lightest car we've seen so far.
yeah, I think the drivers were saying maybe a max of about 50 liters to get you through these laps. As a reminder, they do not have to do an in lap. You can just escape to pits. So it really is just fueling for 6 laps and only maybe 4 or 5 of those really in anger.
We've yet to see anyone run out of fuel, though. So could that happen still?
It might, if NDF is quick on his out lap and quick on his warm-up lap and keeps his foot absolutely planted. There is nothing to say he couldn't cross the line with no fuel.
Leave nothing on the table, you think?
Yeah, he might go full sends. I think everyone so far has taken pit road out. I don't think anyone's crossed through the cones yet, have they?
No, I think I saw a couple.
Oh, was there a couple? Sorry, that was just me. Then not paying attention like I should be.
Most people, though, I think would jump out and take turn 2.
Yeah, mid corner, turn 1 and 2. Yeah.
Yeah. You can take turn 2 a little bit faster if you're on that banking, and just help you get more temperature in the tires that way with that speed.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a huge help if it can be.
Starting the warm-up lap now and already right up to the wall on turn-in.
Confidence there. Maybe seeing the qualifying so far and thinking, you know what? Track grip is good enough for Shattered. It's good enough for me.
Yeah, I've got 92 degrees Fahrenheit on the track temp, overcast, only 2 miles an hour wind, so this is perfect conditions. You love that when the clouds come over. They call it happy hour when they're running practice at the end of the day. So this is beautiful time here for qualifying. Coming to the line.
Starting the first lap.
39.4. That's a pretty good warm-up lap. 226, I think that was apex speed for T1, so there's no holding back right now.
And there was a wall tap on exit also.
Oh, and 3/10 up so far.
Must have gotten away with it then.
Oh, that's a wide turn 3 though. Still half a second up on his warm-up lap, but we're expecting a little bit more. But this is going to be quick regardless. .38.5. Oh, turn 2 apex. Late apex. A little bit faster though. I'm seeing 0.03 of a second up.
I think the thing I'm really interested to see here is how does he compare to his teammate Leclerc? You would guess they're probably running similar setups. But we know Leclerc was complaining about tire temperature, and we did see NDF, I think, took some insight from his teammate there. He went very, very hard on... Oh, it's a snap! Touch the wall!
That was a
Snap!
snap!
He went very hard on his warm-up lap to try to get more temperature into the tires, but...
We were discussing, would he go all out? Would he leave anything on the table? I think that answers it.
I think that is it. I mean, that snap put him back into the wall just ever so slightly. He's kept the speed, though. He's still 1.4 tenths up. Even with the tap on the wall.
You can get away with a couple percent damage. Any more than that, you start to see effects. So we'll have to ask him what his experience was.
Oh, 38.5. I think that was down a little bit. So maybe...
Yeah, it was down a little bit. He lost 2 miles an hour on that last lap from a 235 down to a 233. So see if he can gather it back up here.
It's a good time so far, though. 235 at the moment. Well, he's looking in the 234 territory, so he's right on with Nate there. He's aiming for the front row. 237.9. That's a great lap.
Really great recovery there. Getting the average times here. We'll have that to you here in a second, folks.
Wow, 237 for that last lap. That's going to pump his average up, as we've said. 234.9. I think that's ahead of Nate.
That is ahead of Nate.
Yeah.
Onto the front row.
Wow, that was an exciting session. To watch. Oh.
There were a couple times I thought that was going to be the end for his run.
Yeah.
Not going to lie.
Not going to lie. Definitely thought that. Okay. Wow.
Reminds me a little bit of modern day IndyCar Takuma Sato. No attack, no chance. Keep it pinned and you hit the wall.
Okay, so I think Garrett's coming out next. Let's just load him up here. Let's give the race director some time. And bring up Garrett's screen for everyone here. Crawling out the pit lane. Oh. Yeah, he hasn't left the pit lane, so that's fine.
Wonder if that was the setup.
Yeah, there is a setup bug that's going on at the moment. So, I say at the moment, AMS2 does have a setup bug sometimes in multiplayer where you come out of the pits and it does not load your setup. So, because he hadn't left the pits, his laps had not started, he is allowed a bit of time. There we go. You can hear the car start up again. 46 litres of fuel in the car. Oh, no. Engine dies again. What's going on? Garrett is one of our guys. 133 litres of fuel. That's a lot of fuel there, right, Garrett. That's a full tank. So definitely something going on with the setups there. Staying on board for this. This is not... I was going to say, Garrett is one of our few racing drivers here who is using VR. So there we go. It looks like he's got the right setup now. 46 litres again in the car.
You bring up a good point where the monitors are a lot simpler to set up and run. Just hop in and go. So VR could easily produce a little issue that you got to spend some time in the pits fixing.
Okay.
We're getting some reports from pit lane. He's having some issues with his wheel. So trying to figure out what we want to do here. Trying to figure out if we're going to go on to the next driver, give him a chance to maybe come back in.
Yeah, let's find out if Debug is happy to switch. There is time for him to fix his wheel. Tense moment here. Garrett really looking forward for a good qualifying session. Oh, we're hearing reports he might have it.
Can you imagine spending a week preparing for quali and then right when it's your turn, your wheel? Yeah.
The car is rolling for the second time. He's good to go. We can see him coming out now. Tense moments. That's not what you want just before you leave the pit lane. As you're saying, you've spent all week practicing and then all of a sudden, doom. No! Why is it the wrong color? Why is the button not working? Why is this happening? Garrett rolls.
He has to fix those issues from inside his VR headset.
Oh. Oh no. This is race director's call. Is he still in pit roads? It looks like it. They may have come out slightly onto track.
I think that's pit exit.
There's that pit exit. He keeps going.
Yeah. If he can go, it's...
This is slow, tense stuff here. Is everything right? Is the force feedback set up? Is his throttle set up properly?
And to remind you, this is Garrett's part of the very strong Team Rahal. They've had some excellent results to the first few races here. So they are looking to try to... He and Asmoon and Viltech built a pretty formidable team last season with McLaren. And they're looking to try to reclaim that constructor's crown. So this is...
You could say this
a lot of
has
season left.
big implications for the constructors if he can't put something good together.
Garrett sporting that beautiful Shell livery. Modern day Indy car is powered by 100% renewable Shell fuel. So this is a sponsor that's been in IndyCar for a really long time. Great partner of the series.
Yes, they are. And he's ramping up the speed as well. So if the car feels funny from whatever he's had to do to get his wheel set up, this is it now. He's committed with it. It may feel different to practice. He's got to go. He's a full minute quicker, but that's to be expected so far.
.248 entering turn one.
This is a good time. This is a good speeds. Nice.
Huge drop to the apex, though. 213 at the apex of turn one. So
yeah, big lift.
Big lift.
I'm thinking the tires are not up to temp.
Yeah, that may be the case. Track is cooling 91 now. Still overcast. Another big lift, 214. Apex speed of turn 3. There we go, 39.3. It's not the slowest of the day. And huge confidence lift again. .228.
It's a solid lap time, but he is going to have to pick it up a little bit. Leclerc with an average of 228.26. So he's just tracking above that for now.
Out onto the main straight again. He's crossing the line. Speed is 243 as he crosses the line. Up a tenth and a half almost. So he's faster.
I'm almost wondering if he's running a little bit of a lower downforce setup because he's really slow through the corners, but he's still able to get a really high speed at the end of the straights.
I wonder that too.
I mean, look here, 251, 252, but watch, he drops down all the way into the low 220s as he goes through the corners.
I think the fastest driver we've seen so far on the straights has been Shattered Compass. I think he was hitting 254, maybe higher.
I think it was Garrett a couple seasons ago that had a trick low downforce setup for Monza, and it worked very well for him there. So same thinking perhaps?
Maybe thinking that top speed will get him through, doing the Max Verstappen route. I'll take care of the corners if you can get me down the straights. And again, another 10th up in that first two turns. So he's just ramping up the speed here.
And a huge improvement lap 2 to 3. Picked up almost 3 miles an hour, going 232.3 on lap 3 compared to a 229.4 on lap 2.
Crosses the line, 3 tenths up. Cautious beginning, gained confidence throughout.
Really solid effort there. Just the confidence again with the issues in pit lane to come out, drive it, leave nothing on track.
Yeah, that was a solid effort here. Got to find out his final average.
I'm getting a 231.297, so that's going to slot him just ahead of Artie, actually. So really able to recover well there, up into 6th.
Yeah, that is good stuff. Where is the next guy in line? I cannot see him in the session debug. Where is he? I don't think debug has made it.
I believe debug may have been engaging in some libations last night as well, according to his teammates. So
it looks like it might be Peter then. And after Peter, this is the final 3 then. This is going to be Peter. Then we're going to see TTR, and then we're going to see Arsmoon. Some big heavy hitters in the championship. Are they going to play it safe and just get on the grids and not fall so far down? This is the risk they have, right? If they crash it going for golds, you know, you could find yourself at the back of this race. And like we said, it might be easy to make up spots. There's also a risk in the field.
Peter is usually not a leave it all, go for broke, 100% risk type of driver. Usually he's very close to that and keeps it under control. So I'd be curious to see if, not always having the best luck at ovals, if that pushes him a little harder than usual.
And this will be Peter's first oval this season. He didn't get the warm-up at Carapagua.
just as Peter finishes his lap here, just a quick run through again. We have Shattered first, Viltec second, NDF third, Nate Delta fourth, Orange in fifth, Garrett in sixth, Artie in seventh, John in eighth, Leclerc in ninth, and then Ardo, ABC, and Cumsum rounding out the rear. All three of them crashed, so they will start in championship order.
Here we go. Out onto the straight. This looks fast.
Starting
He
his first
always
time
looks
lap.
fast. Yeah.
Not wasting any time.
250 as he crosses the line, pretty much down to 232, 231, 230 for Apex Turn 1. Peter is hauling.
Is quick. 253, I see into turn 3 there.
Half a
Able to
second
get
up.
down nice and tight. Oh, pretty wide there through turn 4. Able to hold it.
249 as he crosses the line. Half a second up. 237.9. It's up there. It's the kind of speed you're looking for to start attacking maybe the front row, and we're starting to see him max out just a little bit. Not improve this sector, but it matched it. For T1, T2.
237.3 on that first lap, so not quite shattered speeds, but he is threatening. Definitely looking at the front row here.
Yeah, and matching his time in the second sector, so it's probably going to be a pretty similar lap time here. We're looking for consistency, and he's got it.
He's found a good amount of time.
Yeah. That was a 37.7, I believe. What is that in miles an hour? And up through turn 1 into turn 2, 1/10. So just building the speed again. 238.
See a 255 peek up on the screen. Ooh, little wiggle through turn 3.
Wow.
Yeah, wide there.
He is not holding back, though. I don't think this is as fast as Shattered so far. Just one lap faster than Shattered.
No, I think it could be very, very close.
It's going to be close. That's going to be in the 238, maybe more. Maybe high 238s for that one. Out of turn 2, he's down a fraction, but only just a fraction. 239.
239.
Wow.
He's tracking at an average of 238.2 right now through the first 3 laps. So Shattered at a 238.6. He's really going to have to pull something out here. High up into the wall.
And he's up, but will that cost him as he comes out of turn 4 down the start-finish straight? He's leaving nothing. 237.7. It's gone down a little bit. Wow.
What a set of 4 laps there.
I was holding my breath. Yeah.
I was absolutely pumping there. I could not believe what was going on. And we're going to have to load it. I'm going to have to go run down and do a lap. So please excuse me for one moment. Let's bring up this screen.
So an average of 238.251 there. That puts him solidly into second. So Shattered still a bit untouchable. Only got a few drivers left to go.
Yeah, I think just TeeTar and Asmoon.
Whenever you're ready, TeeTar.
Wow.
And so TeeTar is going to jump out of here. You'll have me and Shattered carrying the commentary for his lap here. Threatening in practice, tied for the quickest lap. So this could definitely be a pull threat, folks. Do not change your channel. So with Peter slotting into second there, we've got the team players second and fifth. So that's pretty solid showing from them. Ray Hall, we've got them in third and seventh. Asmoon still to go for them. And here we go. PPI Motorsports lead driver TeeTar rolls out onto track.
A beautiful yellow livery, easy to see from miles away. Can see him burning a bit of rubber, getting those rear tires up to temp, taking notes of everything he's seen so far.
The livery we have referred to as the radioactive banana through the first few races rolls out here onto track.
And he does go through those cones, fully take T1 instead of the pit exit road.
Again, like you said, definitely learning. He has been watching everyone. You don't be fooled by his jolly commentary. He is also taking notes. He wants to take this pole.
You know, the drivers that wait a little longer, they get the advantage of seeing what works for people, what doesn't, what mistakes to avoid. You do have to contend a little bit with the weather changing, and at this point, track temperature's gone up a little bit actually. So back to medium cloud.
Yeah, up a few degrees to 94 degrees Fahrenheit. So you will see how that affects him.
Could help the tire temps a little bit. I think that sun is gonna just bring that temperature up steadily throughout the next couple runs.
Getting a little bit unsteady there on the turn 3 here on his warm-up lap coming to the line. So we'll have to see how that affects him.
Of your first time lap.
.253 at turn 1 though. That's pretty good.
It's always interesting to see what gearing people are using. You know, you're saying anything from Peter holding it in 6th pretty much the whole time to some drivers going out in 4th, but you can change the gearing, so it's up to them. A little bit wide here. That's turn 3, or sorry, turn 1.
Turn 3. Exiting onto the front straight for his first lap. Looked a little unsteady there through the north end of the track. Turns 3 and 4. Let's see what the first lap time is here. Got a 37.9 on the boards. That's pretty good. Gonna have to pick it up if he wants to threaten for that pole spot, though. 2:37.2 on that first lap.
You can build on that. That's a good start. Right up to the wall, turn in. And on exit.
Yeah, maybe a little tap there with the rear tire. Car does just look a little nose happy there. You can see him doing some counter steering coming out of the corner. Crosses the line again, a 37.7. He's picked up a little bit. Nice minimum speed here, 233 I see there. Oh,
that lap was a 2:38.6 just about.
Yeah, so let's see what he's tracking here at those first 2 laps. He's on pace for a 2:37.9 with those first 2 laps, so still 0.7 of a mile an hour off of Shatter, but there's the quickest lap of the session, a 37.4. He is
very
hauling.
quick.
You can see him fighting that car. That's a 2:40.6 on that lap. That is a massive time. Does he have what it takes to take Shattered off the pole, or is this going to be a 2nd or 3rd place run? Little snap coming out of the final corner here. Coming to the line at Indy. TyPytr, where is he going to slot in?
It's an even faster lap. I think we know where he's going to slot in.
That was a massive final lap there. 2:41.4 on that final lap, folks. Hang tight for the average. A 2:39.45. That is to the top by almost a full mile an hour. TyPytr on pole for now.
Only one person who can deny him now.
Folks, Indy never fails to deliver on drama. We've got 1 qualifier left, and TyPytr has put it on provisional pole. After commentating all the other laps, he had to watch everyone else go. He knew what to do. Shatter, what were you seeing there, on board with him compared to your laps?
I think he was keeping it flat for a couple of corners there. I think very small lifts, if I had to guess. I don't know, TytR, welcome back to the booth.
Oh
How
my
was
God, I'm
that?
shaking. Is that
That
Asman
was
going out?
amazing. Yes, Ass Moon is heading out, but tell us about your lap.
One sec.
Once you gather your thoughts.
Oh, that was tough. I wasn't sure I was going to do it. First couple of laps, the car felt a bit too wary for me. Like the oversteer was quite intense, and then it just settled in. And then from there, there wasn't much lifting after that. But yeah, for the first couple of laps, I had to lift. I didn't have the confidence in the car at all. Wow. Oh.
Yeah, really impressive. I mean, 4 miles an hour quicker on your final lap than your first. So really nice improvement there.
Yeah, like I said, it just started coming towards me. And then the apexes started hooking up. And once I feel the apexes, that's it. It felt really good. As we start the warm-up lap for Arsmoon, I believe.
So you've got to imagine here, Asmoon is going to have to be doing laps in the mid to low 37s if he wants to challenge for that front row.
Nice apex there, though. Oh, right up to the wall.
Coming to the line.
This is quick.
A little bit slower apex speed than we saw out of TytR there, but he's keeping it up. Gonna wind it up here down the backstretch.
Track temp has come up again.
This just doesn't feel quite as quick to me, but we'll have to see what the stopwatch says.
As he comes across the line, that's going to be a 38.7.
Be looking to build on that, but that front row's looking pretty steady right now.
Is that a big lift? Is that a bit
Sounded
of a lift
like
there?
a big lift to me.
Yeah. Maybe not feeling as confident in the car as he could be. Comes across the line though, 38.4.
Definitely improving a little bit there on that second lap. Car does look just a little bit oversteer heavy there, though. He's to catch a slide.
He was a 10th up at that moment, but will that cost him on the exit? Top speed entering turn 3. It just hit 240. Not quite perfect here, but this is looking good maybe. Oh, we got to think front row. Oh, second row maybe we're looking at the moment with the averages. I guess he's looking to beat Viltec at the moment.
Yeah, he's got about a 233.2 average. That's actually going to drop off just, about a 233 average so far. So probably looking Nate Delta or Orange Range. So maybe row 2, maybe row 3. We'll have to see how he pulls it out on this final lap.
As he comes over this final corner down the start-finish straight. 250 as he crosses the line. He's a little bit up, couple of hundredths. 38. Oh.
Definitely not enough for the front row. It's really a question of, does he sneak into 6th place, or is this going to be 7th or 8th?
Yeah, this isn't what he's looking for in his championship, but this is only qualifying, remember.
It's a long race ahead. It's a week from now.
And please tune in for that race on the channel here. wait for the race director to give his final times, and we'll have it all confirmed, and then we'll bring it up for you on the main page here. But reflecting upon that qualifying at the moment, when it started with 3 crashes, I thought it was going to be a much more hectic session, I gotta be honest. The track clearly was not ready for those laps early on.
Yeah, I agree. I thought something must be a little bit different. You know, we saw crashes in practice, but usually people are able to keep it together a bit better in quali after having experience. And I don't know.
Yeah, it is. Well, it got better. And so what we're looking at right now, we're looking at Leclerc right now in 11th spot, taking the first of all those timed laps. Safe is better than sorry, and he's seen 3 people behind him so far, and then we're just waiting for confirmation of who and where. We will see Arsmoon, the championship leader right now, really, and where he's going to fit in to this.
Looks like he's probably going to be coming into 8th here, I think, as the time's about to drop here at the average. Apologies. We have a little bit of, 233.618. So that'll put him in between Garrett and Orange. That'll put him in 8th. So he'll be right alongside his teammate there, Garrett, who's in 9th.
Okay, so teammates side by side. That could help them a little bit. We'll bring you up the full results in just a moment to mull over as we move everyone around the leaderboards and get them into spot.
I can, joining now from the race channel, I can give a provisional rundown of the qualifying order.
Yes, of course, race director, please. Thank you.
So in P1, pole position for the Indy 250, we have TTAR at an average speed of 239.456 miles per hour.
Oof.
Then joining him on the first row of the grid, we have Shattered Compass at 238.6. And ThePytr at 238.251. That concludes your first row of the grid. Moving on to the second row of the grid, we have NDF in 4th at 234.956. Then Nate Delta at 234.267. And Orange at 233.917. That completes your second row. Coming down to your third row of the grids, 7th place, Asp Moon at 233.618. Then we have Garrett O'Brien at 231.395 and RD94 at 231.037. Going on to the fourth row of the grid, we have John D at 231.033 and Leclerc at 228.258. Then it would go everyone after Leclerc either was not present for their qualifying run or they crashed during their qualifying run. So the order is set by championship position. So after Leclerc, we have Debug in 12th, Rodders in 13th, Viltech in 14th, Rick Ardo in 15th, ABC 123 in 16th, and Kumsum in 17th, completing your grid for the Indy 250.
Wow. There were some laps out there today that got us all excited about this. I tell you what, NDF had a pretty good session there. I was really excited watching aboard his lap there. As we're just getting the grid up on screen for you, letting it load for you. There may be some mistakes, but we have heard the provisional order, which sounds like the correct order to me. That's coming straight from the race director's mouth. I'll take that as gospel.
I do think Viltech did complete his lap. I didn't hear him called out there, so I do think we might have a mistake there. We'll double check that for you folks, but
I think that's going to be a spicy first row. That's TTAR and Peter of kind of regulars there, you could say, and Shattered always ready to make trouble.
I think so. Shattered has been in contention to win this race before, and it's really looking like it's going well. I mean, if you're going to put 3 people in the front row, put these 3 on the front row. be spicy as. It's going to be spicy. Shattered is not afraid to get his elbows out, but again, it's a long race. You don't want to get crash early on and then suffer through the race. There will be opportunities if there is less than 10% of the race remaining, or less or more than 10 laps, I think. And if there's a safety car, cars will be able to unlap themselves during the event. So even if something happens to you early on and there's a safety car somewhat midway through the race, you never know. You still might be able to go and win this race. Just got a few technical issues in the background there. Sorry, the times aren't exactly correct. We are working on it. As Ferrari say, we are checking. But we will before... And there is some debate right now really about Viltec. Whether he should be in fourth or way back in the grid between the race director. I think he crashed and then went over the line.
I think Viltec was the first driver not to crash, actually. Because we had 3 crashes, and then I thought Viltec was the first successful.
I believe that is correct too, yeah.
Let's see, I'm going to pull back on our live stream right now.
Yeah,
gotta get the receipts out.
On his last lap right now. Goes around T1, makes it around T2. He's coming around the back stretch. Oh no! Did he pull over a lap early? Was the time just not on the board? Oh, folks, if you're at home and you're screaming at us, let us know. Let us know. We will have the final race qualifying results before the race session as per usual.
Let's see.
Did he only do 3 laps? I can't think of anything else.
I thought he did 4, and maybe if it was the last corner. I'm just watching his session back again.
I think I have the last lap for Viltec at a 38.096.
Okay, so he is maybe in 4th then.
Just 1 second to calculate his average.
It's one of the limitations with AMS2. It only records 1 lap at a time. We can't necessarily go back and look at 4 laps. So our timing and scoring was mostly just transcribing things as they came up on screen. So be patient with us here.
That may be a bombshell in which we'll leave you with. We are trying to find it out.
Okay, I have a final average lap speed for Viltec. Apologies, he did complete his last lap at a 38.096, which leaves his average at a 235.860, which will put him 4th on the grid after Peter before NDF.
Yeah, so maybe time's slightly on our screen right now, but that's not the issue. The issue is where he's in 4th place, and that is correct.
Leaderboard should be refreshed here, folks. Should have everything correct and straightened out.
Okay, let's load this up for the folks at home. And this looks like it to me. 17 drivers we had turn up today, and 17 are on the leaderboards. And there we go, the front row, TTAR, Shattered Compass, and Peter. Second row, we have Viltec, MDF, and Nate Delta. That's a great second row there, guys. That is a lot of experience, a bit of youth, and a whole load of I'm coming for you guys in the front. Can they keep up though?
There's a few podiums between them also. Keep in mind they're going to be hungry for more.
This is absolutely right. And then again, with more experience on the third row. I mean, look at this. Orange, Garrett, and Arsman. So you got the championship leader. You got the guy that could have won this race at some point in the past, Orange. You got Garrett who's like, man, you know what? Ovals, I've never done them before. Let's see how it goes. In 9th place in his first banked oval qualifying session. Hats off. Row 4 here. Here we got RT94, newcomer, against John and Leclerc in that row 4. Oh, that's going to be good. These guys are going to move up, and I think they're going to have a really good race. John's such an experienced set of hands there, and Leclerc as well, taking it cautious. We know Leclerc's cautious, but wants to finish, so, you know, the guys in front, if they get a bit squirrely, they could, you know, find themselves crashing and Leclerc just sneaking through. A bit like Arsmoon, actually.
I wonder if the guys in the back are going to take it particularly easy on the start, just knowing that something could happen ahead.
Yeah, I mean...
You know, that 5th and 6th row right now, anyone that starts on the 7th, anyone that shows up later, I wouldn't put it past them to just wait it out a little bit.
Yeah, the crashes and the did not start guys. There's experienced hands back there. Arderick is the newest of them all. Old boy, we know, gets his elbows out. ABC 1, 2, 3, and Kumsum is ferociously quick. Just can he keep it on the track? That is the question for you as we end this session. Thank you so much, everyone who's watching and going to be watching this. From all of us here at Mutiny Motorsport, thank you so much, and I'll let my commentators say goodbye.
Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you next week, I hope.
Yep, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Feel free to like and subscribe. We try to put out a short every day and videos about once a week of all our races, fully commentated. So thanks for coming along on the ride.
Thank you so much, guys. See you next week.